the number 3 team, man, this one hurt to put them in third place. It really did, because again, it's another team that I don't think people are going to understand how good they actually are, and I hope they give Dave Canales one more shot after this year. Like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater on this one. Like, you guys are, finishing 5-12 and being at a 7-10 record this year, still finishing third in the division. I just think that there's 2 clear teams. This is probably the toughest division in football to win out of, to be honest with you, because of all the. You have Tyler Shuck, who's a good quarterback. You have Bryce Young and how they improved. You have the Falcons, who, my goodness, the draft that they had and the talent that they have on that team. And then, of course, the Buccaneers. Can they continue the trend that they've been on with the receivers and Chris Godwin coming back, in the middle of the season? So, ranking 23rd in the league and with 30. Scoring. They ranked 23rd in the league with 341 points scored. Bryce Young's development was inconsistent, and the passing game ranked 27th in the NFL with 2,192 passing yards. Even though he didn't start the full season, we saw the Red Rifle come in for a little bit. They got in a car accident. Then Bryce Young came back the following week and proceeded to put the league on notice. And remember, Jason, even before you were part of this, I've been telling everybody, pump the brakes on Bryce Young. Y'all think that he's such a bad quarterback, but pump the brakes. That team sucks. And 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, who made our top 10 list in running backs, which I'm super proud of, had a career year, 1,195 yards, and he had several receiving yards as well. Their defense allowed the most points in a single season with 534 points. But somehow J.C. Horn was is the second highest paid corner in the league. Tell me how that works. Okay, buddy. They only generated 32 sacks, tied third fewest in the NFL. And J.C. Horn recently acknowledged that the defense poor performance by stating we weren't a good defense last year. And so they re-signed Austin Corbett, their center, who was awesome. Tommy Tremble, J.C. Horn, Michael Jackson, Andy Dalton comes back for another year, which is good. Offensive lineman Brady Christensen extended. And then, of course, J.C. Horn got paid a 4-year, $100 million deal, which is insane to me. I don't think that he's one of those ones. They added Rico Dowdle to complement Chuba Hubbard, which I think was a really smart move. Miles Sanders, of course, got released. They also signed Sam Martin, who was the Bills' former punter as well. And then they had a couple pieces on defense, which are nothing to write home about. But their draft is really where their team improved, in my opinion. T-Mac. Tetairoa McMillan is going to be their number 1 receiver moving forward. Adam Thielen is still there. They have a couple more pieces that are still there as well. But Tetairoa McMillan, everybody knows how I feel about him. He's an incredible wide receiver, and I think he's about to prove it this year with Bryce Young. Bryce Young has a tendency to throw balls really, really high. And so having a big body target like him, he's going to be able to overcompensate for a lot of those passes, which then is going to increase production for Bryce Young. Nick Scorton, Texas A&M, edge rusher, one of the better ones in the draft that we talked about a lot. Princely Umanumelen comes over from Ole Miss. So they got them on 1-2 punch at the edge. They went back to back. Trevor Etienne in the 4th round, one of the better receiving backs in this class. He's quick between the tackles. Draft him in the 4th round. One of my favorite safeties. I actually put him on the list to watch out for. Lathan Ransom, safety out of Ohio State. Love that guy. Incredible football IQ. Cam Jackson comes over as a defensive tackle from Florida. Mitchell Evans comes over as a tight end. And then a sneaky pickup that they got from Colorado. A lot of people are high on him. I'm more high on LeJontay Wester, but Jimmy Horn Jr. comes over to probably be a kick returner for them or probably be a downfield threat in the passing game. Couple storylines, right? They signed Trayvon Moehrig and got rid of what's his name, 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀, who went to
Why?
the Commanders and now is with the Raiders. To just pick up Trayvon Moore, who's a worse player than him. I don't never understand that. Can Bryce Young keep it up? Can their offense excel? And can, obviously, the worst part of their team is their defense. It's almost like they need the same treatment the Vikings got a couple years ago. They need a Brian Flores or something to come in as their defensive coach or defensive coordinator to help them take another step up. What say you on the Carolina Panthers, man? I know you're very high on them like I am.
Yes. I love the Panthers because, I mean, we saw everything you want to see from a potential franchise quarterback, right? All he did was, I mean, he didn't only struggle, but, I mean, he was pretty much on the struggle bus for, the beginning of his career for a little while there. I think benching him and then him coming back, it just lit that fire back under him, and absolutely love to see him play the way he did. I mean, when you have a confident Bryce Young, you have a pretty damn good quarterback, and you look at the weapons they've surrounded him with. The offensive line is good enough. I like Tommy Tremble. He's got 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Hubbard, awesome. He's been good. Rico, Trevor, Etienne. I mean, the list goes on. Bryce Young has zero excuses. He has pretty much everything he needs to go ahead and finally put it all together and just be what the Panthers drafted him to be, which I love it because people are so down on him. And I believe he had more touchdowns than CJ Stroud last year. I mean,
and only played like 3/4 of the season.
Yeah.
If that.
On top of that. Exactly. I mean, the sky is the limit for Bryce Young. It's just Bryce Young can't be rattled. Like, once he loses his confidence, like if he doesn't have the confidence while he's playing, he's not going to be good. But when he has that confidence and he's playing like he knows what he's looking at, Bryce Young is going to be the guy. And I think it's potentially possible for them to be second in this division. I don't know about winning it because the team that I have winning it is very high in them, but these guys are going to surprise a lot of people and not just be like, oh, okay, the Panthers are right. No, people are going to be like, wow, okay, Panthers are, maybe not for real, but they're not to be messed around with. The defense, we'll see how the defense does, but it's just kind of like they traded Trayvon Mulray and freaking 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. I don't know why they gave rid of him. He was so good. So much fun
him
to watch.
And Frankie Louvu.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Him and Frankie Louvu went to the Commanders, bro.
I mean,
now Frankie Louvu's extended for the Commanders, and now 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 is on the Raiders. But like, man, y'all wanted to re-sign J.C. Horn. I mean, Derek Brown is awesome. Nobody can say anything about Derek Brown. He's awesome, but the rest of those guys.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But this offense is capable of really bringing them places. But yeah, the defense is really where they might come into some struggles this year. So let's go Panthers. See if you guys can go out and surprise some people. Get second. I think I had them at like 10 wins, 10-7. So let's go Panthers. Go out and surprise some people. We'll see what they got.
I still think that he'll be better than CJ Stroud this year for sure. I think he'll take another step up to the plate. Okay. It's not the fact that CJ's bad. I think CJ's going to be better this year too. I just think the year that CJ had, his first year, is the year that Bryce is going to have this year. But
put Bryce in CJ's spot.
Right. And so the record's not going to reflect that because their defense is still going to be porous in my opinion. But they're doing the right things. They're putting themselves in the right spot. And that's why I think Dave Canales, you really have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he is a good coach. And I think he is turning the corner. Sucks that you have a terrible owner, probably the worst owner in the NFL right now. Not named Jerry Jones. So